Hello. So today I wanted to talk about the actual specifics of how to host an event and make it work. So honestly, a lot of this is like communication and etiquette. So let's say you're in some hobby groups, you're in a meetup, you're in a Facebook group, you've gone to a couple events, you've met some people you want to hang out with. Let's say you want to get people's number, you want to get to know people better, and you kind of don't know how. I'm going to give you example scripts for things like this circumstance and others. So, what I would do if I'm at an event and I want to get to know someone better and I want to get to know them outside the event, just like chat them up. It can even be a group of people you're chatting up. Be like, hey, you know, I'm looking to make more new friends. I'm new to the area. I just went through a breakup. I got laid off. I got a lot of time on my hands. I'm in like whatever situation that makes you want to have new friends. Insert here. I want to make new friends. I realized I needed more. I want to make new friends, and I really enjoyed talking to you. I'm wondering, do you have the bandwidth right now to make new friends? Like, do you have the time for it? Because honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you, like half of people are probably gonna be like, I don't. I have time for Trivia Tuesdays, but like, I have my weekends taken up by like my long distance boyfriend or my family or my church, or like a lot of people. There's only so much time in a week, right? A lot of people, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is the only times they have to socialize, and they might also need to use that time to cook their meals for the week, do chores, be busy. So a lot of people might not have bandwidth, and it's not personal. So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind, a lot of people won't be able to tell you that, and they'll be like, oh my god, yeah, we should hang out. And then they'll give you your number, and they'll give you their number. And they'll be so flaky. So just read the signals, read the tea leaves, read the cues. I'm not always good at reading cues unless people say it bluntly, so just keep it in mind. So be like, hey, yeah, I really enjoyed getting to know you. Would you want to hang out sometime, maybe? It's always easier to get their socials than their number, weirdly. I don't know why this is. I try not to be as active on my socials as I used to be because you can waste time down that hole. Like, hey, it was nice talking to you. What's your Instagram? A lot of times that leads nowhere, or leads to like a weird parasocial relationship where you know of them but can't actually talk to them. So I like getting people's phone numbers, but if you think it's someone that's like new enough, they might not remember who you are, feel free to get their socials, or you can get both, and just ask for that. So once you have that, that's awesome. That's step one. So let's say you've been going to these hobby groups, you've been going to these meetups, you want to host something outside of meetup. Now, my opinion is I don't think it's the best to host a one-on-one at first. Like, unless you're certain that person's gonna go. Or if you host a one-on-one, you're really shy, just be honest with yourself that that person might bail or cancel, and just be prepared for a mentality where that's the case. Be like, let's hang out at Starbucks, like make it low stake or whatever. And then if that person bails, just hang out on your computer, whatever. So you can invite them to something and ask them what they want to do, but keep in mind they might have a different schedule availability than you. They might have different needs than you, so just keep that in mind. And really, if you're hosting a group thing, here's what I would do. So first, I would message the people who you said you want to hang out, be like, hey, so-and-so. Also, general etiquette, I would reach out to them after the event and be like, so-and-so, this is my number. It was nice to meet you, whatever. So there's a thread. Just be like, so-and-so, yeah, it was so nice hanging out with you the other day at trivia group, dance group, whatever class. I wanted to see if you're still interested in hanging out. Would you just want to do a one-on-one thing, or would you want to do a group thing? Because I'm trying to get a small group of people together to do this. So asking them at first is really great, because there's a certain percentage of people that do not want to hang out in groups. They don't want to hang out with people they don't know. A lot of people have low bandwidth for strangers. A lot of times hanging out with strangers can be more awkward at first. It's the like, where are you from? Who are you stage? That can be so superficial sometimes. So keep in mind that not everyone's going to want to hang out in a group. And if they say, I only want to hang out one-on-one, the good news is they're probably less flaky if they're saying that. So be like, okay, let's set something up. But just assume they might flake, but then maybe you've got a great one-on-one friends. That's awesome. But let's say they're like, yeah, I'm trying to meet new people too. What are you thinking? If you don't want to host something really easy to bring them to another hobby group, be like, I go to this class. I want to go to this thing. What do you think about like doing this together? Whatever type of thing you want to do. and I talk about in another video about free cheap things to do. Free cheap, the best ones are hiking, picnics, being outside because it's free to be outside, or any event that's free that does not involve shopping, because if it involves shopping, you might be spending more money than you think. And if money is okay for you to spend, decide what that means to you. Like, it's always cheaper to go to a coffee shop and hang out with friends than go to lunch. It can often be really convenient to go to lunch, but it would be cheaper to go to lunch at Panera or Chipotle versus some 5-star dining restaurant. So it's just up to you. So be like, hey, let's say you're trying to host a game night. I'm going to host a game night. Do you want to come? Or I'm hosting a holiday celebration for this thing. Maybe you're going to host a Halloween party, like a Secret Santa gift exchange, whatever. By the way, I don't recommend Secret Santa gift exchanges when you're first meeting people. I recommend white elephants, because Secret Santa gift exchange, you plan in advance who's going to do it with who, and if people bail, it'll be miserable. But white elephant, it's the random people that show up. So I digress. So anyways, let's say they're like, yeah, I would come to a game night. What are you thinking? So I don't recommend surveying people to see when they're free as much as I recommend picking the best time for you and being like, does this work for you? Because on otherwise there's a lot more back and forth. Like, could you do this time? Could you do that time? Like, surveying everyone for a time, and then people will still be flaky. Because there's a difference between the people who are flaky versus not, but you might not feel it at first, because the flaky people might be just as nice, because they might want to hang out with you but not be able to budget their time very well, or whatever it is. So yeah, I would say, okay, I'm hosting a game night this night, could you make it? Or I'm gonna host a New Year's party, could you make it? Then I recommend, well, it depends on how well you know them, because if you know them to a certain extent, like you've hung out with them one-on-one before, or you feel pretty good about them, maybe you could get away with hosting something that has like 4 to 10 people, but otherwise I would say just keep in mind, like, a lot of times half the people bail. So like if I want 20 people at my New Year's party, I'm honestly going to invite 40, unless we know each other better. If they know each other better, plan for everyone to come. So just up to you. Like, if you're inviting the random people from your dance group, let's say, you might want to invite more people than you think. So it's up to you. It's up to you. And so let's say you like don't know them that well, or you're just getting to know them, you literally talked to them once at a thing, and they said they're down for a group. You're like, okay, I'm gonna host a game night. Let's say that's what you feel comfortable with. Let's say it's a game day, actually. Let's say it's a game day, you're gonna do it at a park near your house. Okay, great. So just keep in mind, you might need a weather plan if weather's bad, or you might need to reschedule if weather's bad. Just note that, put a pin in that. So what I would do, so I really like WhatsApp because it's a separate texting app than the regular texting. I have had times that I've done an event. I have an Android, so I've had an event where I keep having to make a new chat every single time someone bails or comes in the chat, and it's really annoying. I like WhatsApp because you can just add people and add them, but I think if you have an iPhone, you can remove people and add them easily. I like WhatsApp as well because, me personally, I don't use WhatsApp for everyday text communication. I know some people do, especially if they have family in other countries or friends in other countries, so it's up to you. But I find that WhatsApp is a little less streamlined, where people can check if they want information about the event, but they're not going to be like on it all the time. So what I would do, I would make a game night WhatsApp group. I would add everyone to the WhatsApp group. If they don't have a WhatsApp, I would say, hey, can you join this group? Because it's going to have information about what to do. I would put in the description, location, parking, what to expect. I would tell people to come 30 minutes before you want them to show up, because people are late. I'm just being honest. And set expectations. Like, if you want them to bring a game, tell them to do it. If you want it to be potluck style, maybe make a Google Sheets with food you'd like them to have, right? Healthy things, right? Meat things, because a lot of times people are just going to say, oh, I'll bring chips or like random dessert, and then you'll only have desserts for lunch. So just make plans. And then I like having a WhatsApp because you can add people, okay? You can make it larger and not have to text everyone individually about plans, and then people can go see it if they want to make a plan, and then it's much simpler than like making a meetup or publishing something publicly. And then when it gets closer, I would reach out to people. Like, let's say no one filled out your Google Sheet for the food. Be like, hey, Alex, it was great to talk to you the other day at so and such club. I was wondering if you had any questions about the event, the game night as we go, or the game day, whatever, as we go closer. I am looking for people to bring some food. If you would be comfortable with that, let me know. A lot of people aren't gonna want to pick something up until like the day of, but just trying to get them to understand, like basically sales, trying to be like, hey, is there any reason that you didn't fill that out? Like if somebody doesn't have the money to bring stuff, maybe they don't have to, and just get a vibe for whatever you're trying to do. Or like, oh, I didn't write down any games I was bringing because I don't know if I can go anymore. Like people might tell you that if you message them, and they might not in like a big chat. So I would like message everyone one-on-one, and then like the day before be like, hey, so and so, like, and this is private message, not even on the WhatsApp. Like on the WhatsApp, you can talk about things related to the event, but I would literally privately message them the day before and be like, hey, so and so, I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the game day tomorrow, Saturday. Do you have any last questions or thoughts about it? Really excited to see you. Because then if somebody's like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to bail, they'll probably tell you the day before, and you'll have a better idea what you're going in with, rather than like planning for 10 people and ending up with 5 and being upset about the 5. You can be like, okay, I'm gonna have 5, and like recalibrate to that, because people are flaky, so just note that. So really just be honest with yourself about what you need and desire, and it's not just you, and you're okay. And so really I recommend doing this, and then once people go to an event, I recommend texting them after privately. I mean, like, hey, it was so nice to see you. Really glad you could make it. Let me know if you want to do something else sometime. Now, let's say it's getting close to the event and people have bailed, or not as many people as you want to go are going, or you're just like concerned. Feel free to privately message everyone and be like, hey, like, do you have any friends who would want to go to this? I would love to meet more people, but feel free to bring people you're comfortable with, or would your partner be interested? Whatever. So, and like get that extrovert friend to invite like 10 people for you, because there probably will be an extrovert friend who's like, oh yeah, I can invite Joe and Steve and Lucas and Anna, whatever. Like there's somebody who knows everybody probably. So using that is great fodder. And then just keep in mind it's a numbers game, so plan on more people showing up than you think, but less people might also show up than you think. And I say both because I have hosted an event assuming half of people would bail and everyone showed up and there wasn't enough space. So just plan on both scenarios, but most of the time less people are going to come, and it's not you. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this helped in terms of general etiquette. You're not alone. You are not crazy. If people didn't go to your thing, it's not them rejecting you. It's life being crazy for people. And with a numbers game and with strategy, we can make sure things are organized. And I like the WhatsApp group idea, because then you can post general things like, oh, hey, the parking lot's actually closed. You have to park over here. You don't have to text everyone individually about it, but I do recommend some level of personalization, just because it's so helpful when things first start. So hope this was helpful. Put in the chat if you have any questions about making friends, and have a great rest of your day. See y'all.